Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the video series where we are reviewing the Understanding Construction Drawings textbook. This video is about Unit 13, and that is Foundation Walls. So this unit is important and we'll be able to determine the locations and dimensions of foundation walls indicated on the set of drawings and describe special features indicated for the foundation on a set of drawings. So, you know that before any concrete form construction begins, it is necessary to have a good picture in your mind of what the finished product will be. And usually architects are dealing with that, but it is important for everybody to understand what is expected. Not everybody has the spatial mindset. Not everybody can imagine the space. That's why we communicate the design concept through the drawings and specifications. So let's talk about laying out the foundation. So when the concrete for the footings has hardened and the forms are removed, carpenters can begin erecting forms for concrete foundations, or masons can begin laying blocks or bricks for masonry foundations. Although the materials differ, the drawings and their interpretation for each type of foundation are similar. So again, I would like to redirect you to the textbook. There are a lot of drawings and there is a foundation plan here in this chapter. So I highly recommend to back up the videos with the textbook just because there are so many beautiful sections and drawings that you need to know and you need to understand how to read them. So for example, when there is a section that shows the foundation and portion of the wall above the finished grade, along with the corresponding measurements, this is something that you can use when you excavate so that you know the depth and you know the size of the footing. So for example, here, like the components listed are vertical wood siding, oriented strand board or OSB sheathing, house wrap, then insulation, then engineered rim board, battery insulation, sill plate, sill sealer, then poured concrete wall, finish grade, expansion, joint, filler, and so on. So there is a lot of information on just one section. So please make sure that you are familiar with the sections. So structural concrete is the most common foundation material because it is strong and concrete foundations can be built quickly. Some buildings have masonry, usually concrete block, foundations, and some also there are some additional topics to be discussed about the foundation, and we will do that in the later chapter. So please stay tuned. That will be in the masonry chapter, in the masonry unit. So the details for a masonry foundation may call for horizontal reinforcement in every second or third course. This is usually prefabricated wire reinforcement to be embedded in the mortar joints. And prefabricated wire reinforcement is available in varying sizes for different sizes of concrete blocks, and usually all you need to do is just to read the manufacturer's recommendations. So the height of the foundation wall is dimensioned on the building elevations, and these are the same dimensions as of those used to determine the depth of the footing in the foundation. So also here you'll see that the top of a foundation may be built with smaller concrete blocks to form a ledge upon which later brickwork will be built. It is also common practice to use one course of 4-inch solid block as the top course of a masonry foundation wall. So in concrete foundations, anchor bolts are placed in the top of the foundation, and these bolts are left protruding out of the top of the foundation so that the wood superstructure can be fastened in place later. And anchor bolts are not normally shown on the foundation plans, but a note on the wall section indicates their spacing. So on masonry walls, anchor bolts can be placed in the hollow cores of the concrete blocks, and they are held in place by filling the core with mortar grout. Grout, you know that it is a Portland cement mixture that has high strength. So again, there is a diagram showing the anchor bolts, and also there is a photograph showing the hold down straps that are used in addition to anchor bolts in an earthquake zone. So in the earthquake prone zones, you can see that there is additional reinforcement that is required. So when we talk about special features, many foundations include steel or wooden beams, which act as girders to support the floor framing over long spans. And when the girder is steel, it is indicated by a single line with a note specifying the size and type of structural steel. A wood girder is usually indicated by two or more lines and a note specifying the number of pieces of wood and their sizes in a built-up girder. So again, there are pictures, there are diagrams, you can see the dimensions, and also you can see the details, how the beam pocket is constructed. So if windows are to be included in the foundation, the form carpenter or mason must provide openings of the proper size. The locations of windows should be dimensioned on the foundation plan, and the sizes of the windows may be shown by a note or given on the window schedule. So the masonry opening is the size of the opening required in the foundation wall to accommodate the window. The size may be different from the nominal size given in a note on the foundation plan. So the foundation may include pilasters for extra support, and we remember that the pilaster is a thickened section of the foundation, which helps it resist the pressure exerted by the earth on the outside. And the location and size of pilasters actually are usually shown on the foundation plan. So we continue with the final subchapter that is permanent wood foundation. So usually it's concrete or concrete block, but a type of specially treated wood foundation is sometimes used. And these permanent wood foundations do not use concrete footings. So here you can see you can see a picture, and so the those wood foundations are built on 2x8s or laid on gravel fill below the frost line. So the foundation walls are framed with lumber that has been pressure treated to make it rot resistant and insect resistant. So the framing is covered with a plywood skin, and the plywood is covered with polyethylene film for complete moisture proofing. So all the nails in a wood foundation are stainless steel to prevent rusting. And in the International Residential Code, or IRC, special provisions are included to cover wood foundations if that's something that is conceptually designed. So that was it for our unit 13. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in unit 14.